Hey everyone, this is Finn live at PAX West 2025 with the SDGC. Here with Jordan from Indeed Games. How you doing?
I'm doing great. How about yourself?
You know what? I'm living my best life, and you are bringing us a game called TetherGeist. What exactly is TetherGeist, and why is it so cool?
Why is it so cool is a hard question. I don't want to brag to it, but no, TetherGeist is a precision platformer akin to the likes of like Super Meat Boy, Ori, Celeste, those types of things. It's meant to be challenging, but not so challenging or that it's frustrating, right? We don't want to cross that line into frustration. TetherGeist is based in this mystical world where you're able to split with your spirit, travel various distances, and then rejoin with your spirit. So we've built the whole game around mechanics that kind of follow that theme. The way the spirit moves or like behaves and things like that is different based on which chapter you're in the game. So there's a lot of different things that we've kind of paired together as to like how you're able to traverse the obstacles and things like that. And people seem to really like it. So it was something that was a hobby at first, and now 4 years later, we keep getting good reception, and it's really close to done now.
I mean, it's really good. Like, you guys have the different little power-ups, I guess, that you call them, because you can only teleport for as many times as you have something, and each one has a different mechanic to it, and you have to chain them together in unique ways, and it's just a satisfying gameplay loop. So what is your role in the game?
Yeah, so I do all of the programming, the level design, and the music.
Okay.
Yeah, I wear a lot of hats because we're a small team, so every one of us wears a lot of hats.
That's that indie life. So if there's something I don't like about the game, I get to actually blame you.
Yeah, you can just take my name in vain while you're playing. Just yell Jordan when it doesn't play right, and somewhere I'll just like cringe a little bit. I'll feel a disturbance in the force.
You'll sneeze. It'll be one of those moments.
Yeah.
But so like, you said this has been in development for about 4 years. What length of a game are you pushing? Because games like this always have that sweet spot where you don't want to go too long, but you also want to give people like their money and time's worth. So what are you aiming for with TetherGeist?
Yeah, and we actually have the game playable from start to finish, at least internally, in like wireframes. So it's about 10 hours for the main game. That feels like the sweet spot, hopefully, yeah. Well, and part of why we have so many different mechanics in the Spirit is so it never gets stale, right? Like, the second you move to a new chapter, we've primed you in the previous one to ensure that you've got that one down before we start throwing more mechanics. But that like keeps it fresh each time. We've playtested this thing like thousands of people. So, anyway, yeah, it's about 10 hours for the core experience, 15 to 20 if you want to collect all the secrets and things like that.
So one of the things I love about this is something that other greats in the genre do, which is it just really feeds into that one more time mentality, because when you die, you just are immediately back where you were, and you just get to start over, and that's always such a good thing to have. So the question is, are there any other kind of quality of life or accessibility factors that you want to put into the game to make it more enjoyable? Because that's one of the things like Celeste is most famous for.
Yeah, a lot. There's a lot of stuff baked into just the basic flow. Any developer knows to use coyote time or input buffering or kind of these predictive mindsets of like, what did the player intend to do? How are we ensuring that the game plays as intended, maybe not as input, right? As far as accessibility goes, that is like a massive theme of the game. We kind of explore some themes of like motor disabilities as part of the narrative, subtly so. But anyway, so we have to nail accessibility. So we have like a coming soon accessibility menu.
Nice.
But like a lot of it is going to stem from like, how do we ensure that this game is the right experience for each player? We'll let you kind of custom build how difficult or not difficult you want the movements to be. Some of the accessibility options that we're looking at, obviously we need to playtest these, so none of this is like final. But like lengthening the tether so that you can move the spirit farther if you need to. You have like a gravity pulling the body down while you're split, and that creates urgency. That can be changed, the speed. We could also have a flow. So we've explored some ideas in that regard. Then of course, like color theory is huge for our team. That's not my realm, that's the artist's realms. But a lot of things within that area as well, making sure that the contrast is high enough, that color blindness is accommodated, and all sorts of accessibility features there as well. So anyway, awesome. Yeah, it's on the roadmap right
That's
now.
what you love to hear. Yeah. So you said you also do the music.
Yeah.
I find that very interesting because normally that's the person that's separate. How do you balance the time between making bangers and making the game so fun?
I just developed a superpower where I don't sleep anymore.
I can see it in your eyes. You got the cold, dead stare of a man who's given up in life.
Yeah, it's not a superpower. It's a curse. But as far as balancing time, that's kind of how I do it. I try to take time away from development in the weekends, and that's usually a good opportunity for me to write music. And the music writing process is so different. Because, like, when I'm coding, usually once I get it down once, like, I've created it. It's done. You can package it up, and that's how it goes. Music, on the other hand, at least the way I write music, I usually have to write like 5 to 10 ideas before I find one that feels like it's the one that belongs in the game. And so it's this weird fluid process that, yeah. So I tend to focus my weekends on that because it's a nice mental break, a little more focus on like the creative side of things. So anyway.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
So we don't want to take up too much of your time because your booth is always packed. It's a good problem to have. So I'm going to end with a question about you and then our final question. So where can people follow the game, maybe you or the team, or know when it's coming out?
Yeah, just Google the word TetherGeist, then you'll find us everywhere. The most active channel we have is YouTube. So if you go to O and Co Games on YouTube, you'll be able to find our devlog series and all of our videos there. We have Discord links as well. If you want to go to our Discord server, you can like literally message me directly on YouTube. Or on Discord. We're not so big that I can't respond. Like, I still respond to everybody on Discord at the time of filming, and I think that's not going to change. Anyway. Maybe it'll change, but that's me just being overly hopeful. I'm babbling. So yeah, you can find us there.
When's the game come out?
I was like, what was the other question? Game comes out in January.
Nice.
That is
platforms.
Yeah. It'll be on Steam and Switch in January, day one, and then PlayStation and Xbox to follow.
Yeah. And then the final question is the most important one. This is where I really get you with my gotcha journalism. Okay. In your heart of hearts, if you have to choose, cake or pie?
Cake.
We had a good run. Please feel free to elaborate.
So growing up, my mom always made wacky cake. I don't know if you've heard of wacky cake, but it's egg-free. It's just like it's like a vinegar-based thing. And so there's a certain... It seems weird. Look it up. If you mix vinegar with the right ingredients, it creates the same effect that eggs do. So there's a nostalgia there for me, you know? Yeah.
That's what I love about that question. It's dumb, but everyone has very specific reasons.
Yeah. How much have you heard people say pie is liquid cake? Are you sick of hearing that argument?
I've never heard that before.
Pie is just liquid cake.
I hear more of the argument that pie is good cake.
Fair enough. My wife prefers pie.
Thank you for your time.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
TetherGeist.